Utopia. Yes, welcome to the New Who Watch Along. We're half an hour late. Sorry about that, but that can't be helped. It is Christmas, so it's going to be a bit all over the place. But Cheryl is still under the weather, so I'll be literally doing this stream, and I'm heading straight off now. Chatty. I got a message as well. One of our panelists is sick. So what I'm going to do is, I think it's only fair because it is coming up to the Christmas period. Everybody is going to be a bit busy. So next week's watch-alongs won't be happening. I'll just do something else instead because everybody's going to be busy. So I might as well just do your own thing. And if I'm on, I will be on live. Come and join me anyway. We'll have a bit of fun anyway. But I'm going to cancel the watch-alongs until January, until we get back into January. So this is the last New Who watch-along till obviously January, because we're coming up to Christmas. Might do it the week after Christmas, right? Before we do the special, do the season 3 finale. But other than that, I'm going to be keeping the watch-alongs till next year. It's getting a bit too messy anyway, and I want to go forward with my plans like I did, and have different people on different panels and stuff like that. Because there was 6-7 people on the panel yesterday, and there was a lot of talking over each other. So. Yeah, so next year we'll be making. So this is the last New Who watch along. By the way, I do have a Twitter poll. I asked you which was your favorite streams. Surprise to see that the Tarda Zone Talks is winning. Classic Who is in second place, but no vote for New Who watch along, none at all. And the Mandalorian reviews is even getting more votes. So I don't know whether people genuinely don't like the New Who watch-alongs, or whether not everybody has seen me poll yet and hasn't voted. But the Tarda Zone Talks is the stream that's everybody's favorite so far. So as I said, just gonna do this story, and then I'm gonna head off. There'll be no talking afterwards. I just have to head straight off. Busy week as well. I will try squeeze in the watch-alongs next week, but I'm gonna be honest. The fact that we were not going over to me mum's for Christmas again this year. Last year, I cooked Christmas dinner here, and we went over, I think it was a day later. But we're not going over because of this whole thing. The country's going to be locked down again like the rest of us. So won't be going to me mum's for Christmas this year. So I'm literally going over to me mum's Christmas Eve to kind of give the Christmas presents, and then it's like spend a couple of hours there and then home. And then when I come home, then I have to prepare and get ready some of the stuff for Christmas dinner on Sunday, because I'm going to be the one that's going to be cooking the Christmas dinner. So going to be very busy. So I can't say that this, that, and the other is going to be on, because I don't even know myself. So there's no point in me saying, right, yeah, Tarda's on, the New Who and the Classic Who watch-alongs are next week, when I don't know. So there's no point of me trying to figure it all out when I'll know when I know, basically. I'll know when I have all the presents in. I'll know when I have all the food in, where I'm going to be able to fit it in. But for right now, as I said, this will be the last weekend until obviously either after Christmas or the New Year. I'm going to try get it done. I'm going to try get it done before the New Year, get season 3 done before the New Year, because then it'll fit in nicely then. Then we can do season 4 then when we come back in the New Year. That's the plan. So I'll try squeeze it in. It's just, as I said, Christmas is a very awkward time. It's a very busy time as well. And especially now with this situation, myself and Cheryl have to go into the city centre tomorrow now to basically get the presents. And it's going to be an absolute nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. We mightn't even get them all today, which means then we'll have to go in again on Tuesday. So, yeah, it's going to be very busy. And then on top of that, then we have to do the shopping list for Christmas and all of that other stuff. And by the way, I have a couple of Christmas cards written up as well. But Lee, I have a Christmas card for you, pal. But it's up to yourself now, because I know how secretive you are. You're like myself a little bit. But if you want to give me your address and messenger so I can send you your Christmas card, then you're more than welcome. I have ball strecks there as well. I'm going to be sending them off. I always send off a few Christmas cards to a few people that follow me here. I might make it a regular thing next year. Send me best guests or something, or whatever, a Christmas card. So because I do a Christmas card list. It's the one thing of Christmas I actually do enjoy, is writing an old Christmas card. I'm not very good at it, but I do like the whole Christmas card giving thing. It's one of my favorite things of Christmas, not the presents, not the dinner. It's the Christmas cards. It doesn't contain money. Who do you think I am? A millionaire? Who wants to be a millionaire? I do. Now, some Irish people put in a scratch card. I didn't get you a scratch card though, because if you won, Lee, you'd have to come to Ireland to collect the winnings, and with this lockdown business, that wouldn't be happening. So you'd have to give me the money, and then that'd be unfair, wouldn't it? That'd be like teasing you. So we can't do that. We can't do that. Right, I'll tell you what to do. I know Daniel's definitely on. If you want to come on this panel, obviously, as I said, hopefully the week after Christmas, the New Year week, we can get the end of season 3 done. But I'm not going to make definite plans and let you know if I'm going to be on over the Christmas, because that'd be unfair. I will be on some capacity, let's just say, but I will be busy Christmas Day, definitely doing the dinner. And if everything goes well and there's nothing really on and she doesn't mind me going live, I will probably go live Christmas night or something. If not, it'll be the next day. It'll be someday anyway. Look, we'll figure it out. Okay, that's the bottom line. Right, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to join the watch along, please do, and we'll get this started so I can finish up and start getting ready for even now. Like, the shops are open, so even now I'm thinking and planning right now as we speak. So yeah, so good evening, Noel. Pope. Problem being the favourite son of Scotland and the true Scottish Davros, Daniel and partner in crime, Charlotte says. Chris is going to be busy, our head moderator. He's going to be also busy over the Christmas period, so Chris will drop in when he can. It's nice to see you there, pal, and Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to you all. It is Christmas week now, so, we can chill, relax, I won't be relaxing that much. Yourselves, Christmas, it's a very stressful time, especially if you're going to be cooking. But I coped with it well last year. So once it goes the same way as it did last year, she'll be fine. I'll be fine. you know. Do you know what? It's the turkey really that's the most hassle. The turkey, the ham is fine. The turkey is the one that really takes the most effort, because you've got to make sure that that bird is suckling, because turkey is a very dry kind of bird, so you have to do a lot to it to keep it moist. Um, so yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. But I got the turkey, done last year. It was lovely. I have to be honest now, I did. I knocked it out in the park last year. And I don't normally give myself praise when it comes to dinners. I really don't, because I'm a chef anyway, so I should be, when it comes to cooking a turkey, I should be fine. But turkey is always a gamble, and I got a spot on last year. Everything spot on. The veg was perfect. The stuffing was perfect. The ham was perfect. It just couldn't have gone any better. Bet you now this year, wait and you see, it'll be a feckin' disaster. Be a disaster. Now, you see, for me now, I know people like cranberry sauce with their Christmas dinner. But you see, in Ireland, yeah, I'm not saying people don't eat cranberry sauce, they do. But for me, I'm a gravy man. I'm a gravy man for Christmas dinner. So it has to be a gravy for me. Someone asked what sauce do I use? It has to be a gravy for me, or a parsley sauce, a gravy, a brown gravy, or a parsley sauce, or maybe a chicken gravy, or use the juices off the turkey, and you can make yourself a homemade turkey gravy. Yeah, it's not that turkey is hard to cook. Turkey is easy enough to cook. The problem with turkey is, Daniel, is that turkey dries out very quickly. It's not a very fatty bird, as you can tell. So you have to baste it all the time. For example, for my turkey Christmas, I used a butter rub and some streaky bacon. What you do is you rub your butter rub. Well, I'm not telling you me secret ingredients that I put in my butter mix, and you rub it onto the skin. I was even putting little holes in the turkey skin and inserting some of the butter that I created into the skin and pushing it all the way through the breast. Then with the streaky rashers, and then I basted it every half hour in the beginning, and then near the end, then I based it every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes maybe, and it came out real juicy. That's the thing about turkey, Daniel. It's not a hard bird to cook. You just fucking put it in the oven. The worst thing, the bad thing is that it dries out a lot. And you do see a lot of dry turkey. Do you ever buy turkey slices and see, compared to chicken, it's really, really dry? Well, you see, the turkey is one of those awkward birds, So, I was just talking a little bit about Christmas. We're only 14 minutes in, so we've just started. So, just telling everybody what I'm going to be. I don't have enough people to warrant a traditional family meal in my house, which would be a spitted roasted pig. See now, Chris, that's my idea of heaven, really, to be honest, man. If I was over living where you were now, and I knew you were putting a spit roasted pig on a yoki, I'd be saying to you, listen, I'll bring the starters, man, with main course, roasted spitted pig. What do you think? I'll bring the beers as well. Noel's Christmas dinner tips. Well, I could throw up a few suggestions for you if you want on a short video. I mean, I don't know what bird most of you are eating, but duck is probably the easiest, because you don't need to use any oil whatsoever on a duck, because duck is naturally fat. You put duck in the oven and you cook it for the first hour. When you go to look at that duck, take it out. The tray that you put it in that had no oil in it is halfway full with oil. So drain that, but keep the duck fat, right? If anybody gets duck for Christmas, keep the duck fat. So when the duck renders off, the duck obviously goes into the tray, turns into liquid. Pour your fat into some sort of container that can hold the duck fat for you. Okay, and then when you go to do your roast potatoes, yeah, use the duck fat to cook your roast potatoes. You know, we use goose fat because obviously we use the turkey. So when they do jars of goose fat over here, so we buy goose fat for the potatoes. Makes them lovely. Now, people have different ways of doing their potatoes. Some people like to boil their potatoes first and then put them on a roasting tray. I don't. I'm completely different. I like to cut my potatoes up, try get them all the same size, put them in the oven, add the goose fat. No, sorry, add the goose fat first, and then add them into the oven and slow cook them. And then what happens is then you get a nice crispy. You do get a nice look at, but people cheat by putting them in the bleeding pot, boiling them up and then throwing them in. I like to do potatoes the old-fashioned way, roast potatoes. The old-fashioned way is you put the potato in raw in the oil and it cooks up like as if you were cooking chips or crisps or whatever you want to call them, or French fries. You put them in a deep fat fryer, don't you, or deep fat oil. Well, do the same with the tray. Fill it up with the goose fat or the duck fat, whatever you're using. Put your potatoes in and sprinkle a little bit of thyme on them. Right? If you have fresh thyme, fantastic. If you don't, use the dry thyme. And if you have a little bit of rosemary as well, just a little sprig of rosemary, give it a little sprig over those potatoes. And a little bit of salt, sea salt preferably. If you have sea salt, just a bit of sea salt. You can use table salt if you want to. And then I like to use ground brown pepper on my potatoes as well, and throw them in the oven, slow cook them, and then give them about 10 minutes on one side, flip them over, give them 10 minutes on that side, and keep doing that, flipping them over every 10 minutes till they start going brown, right? Or the color that you want them yourself anyway. It's up to yourself. Some people like their roast potatoes really brown. Some people like them a little bit of brown. Some people don't. They just like them to be just cooked and there's still a bit of bite to them. Up to you ourselves. Right, I'm going to shut up about the Christmas dinners now anyway, before I make you all hungry and you all want to go and get some food. That's it. Listen, it's the same with jobs. You hate watching people cook and they're cutting the fat off of meat, right? Especially a steak or something, right? And I see them chopping fat off it. I'm like, what are you doing? That's where all the flavor is. It was the same when they got rid of the T-bone in the T-bone steak when there was that ban on cows for a while back in the day, right? And they were selling T-bone steak without the T-bone because of the bone marrow. And it was like, it didn't taste the same because all of the flavor comes from the T-bone. It comes from the bone itself. I don't think people understand. That's where we get the basis of most of our stocks. You know, when they make chicken stock, you use chicken carcass. When you use fish stock, you use fish. Fish bones, everything off of fish. Make your fish stock. Same when you make vegetable stock. You know? But yeah, I mean, look, Christmas is an indulgent time. But after Christmas this year now, even before the new year kicks in, after we have our dinner, the turkey is gone now over the next couple of days. As you know, you start making either turkey sandwiches or what I like to do with my turkey is if there'll be loads left over. But what I like to do with my turkey is I like to make a curry. It's a tradition in the Glenn family, actually. My mum was the one that started that off. We'd end up having a turkey down with the leftover turkey, and it'd be a lovely dinner, you know, and it'd be a different dinner because you'd be eating your roast potatoes and stuff all week, wouldn't you, really? And your stuffings and shit. And trust me, after a week, that kind of gets a bit tiresome. So when you get a curry at the end of the week, it's kind of like the highlight because it's something different. Of course, people, you could do a stir fry with the rest of your with the rest of your turkey, chop it up into cubes. I'm sure people know how to make a stir fry. And then in January, then it'll be salads because yeah, it looks like numbers are increasing. So it looks like they're going to keep until they get the vaccine out there. Looks like we might be all told to stay at home and stuff. So yeah. So well, I don't know. I lost me train of thought there. Right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Whoever wants to come on tonight, you could just come on. I know Daniel is definitely coming on anyway because it's his panel. Rabbi won't be here because he's not feeling well. But as I said, next year we're going to be making changes anyway because it's getting a bit too messy. And it's getting harder. And I don't mean any disrespect to anybody out there at all. And don't take this the wrong way, but it's getting harder to control the panels. You know, when something is said that, you know, look, I'm all for a joke and stuff, but I think it went a little bit too far yesterday. And I tried to pipe in a couple of times and nobody was listening. So that's because there's so many, because people were talking over each other. And it's been happening a lot. And I have tried to do things to make sure that it doesn't, but it does happen. So I'll make the changes that we need to make next year. So it gives everybody an opportunity to come on, that does come on, that's not really a talker, but comes on and gets the chance to actually talk. You know, because we do bring a few guests on here that are not as chatty as me, Lee, or Rabbi, you know. And as I said before, I kind of wanted to separate us, the three of us, from the same panel, and put us on separate panels, because there's too many big personalities in the one stream, and it's not working. It's not working. It's not. You know, and it's like, because I'm watching the watch along, I'm making sure that everybody is not saying that, and that'll get me into trouble and stuff. And then if I say something, I'm going to come across as a bit of a people say, well, it's only a joke, but it's all well and good joking, right? And I'm all for a joke, but you see it there, right? As we always talk about on this channel with the other people that do the bullying, you know, their actions have consequences, you know, and it'd be the same with people on here. You know, whatever we do, those actions have consequences, and it does. Other people do suffer because of it. So, yeah, I mean, look, I'm all for a joke and stuff, but I don't want any of that stuff on my channel. It's as simple as that, because I'm already getting it in the neck off the other side, and then, you know, I'm seeing all these posts lately and all these comments lately, and, you know, there's people, and look, I've had a few complaints as well, people writing to me about the streams as well. So listen, at the end of the day though, it is my channel, and I have to make the changes to protect my channel. And I will, so we can keep this community going. So, you know, it's all about the watch-alongs. And listen, we did well yesterday. We came on, we had a little bit of a chat. We did the watch-alongs straight away. It was fantastic. So with that said, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on, this is your opportunity to come on. And then we're starting. We're 24 minutes. We're 25 minutes in exactly now. Here we go. We're about to hit the 25 mark. We're starting in 5 minutes time. So if everybody can get their copy of Utopia ready as well, please do. There's 1, 2. Look at that. It's always them two first. It's like they do be waiting. Don't just, You do be waiting. There you go. When's he put the link in? When's he put it? I do be the same. Listen, when we did the stream a couple of weeks back with Gary, yeah, here I was on a separate page while I was on here. When's he send the link? When's he send the link? When's he send the link? And as soon as he sent the link, bang, I was in straight away. But welcome, guys. Welcome. As I said, the link is in the chat. So whoever else is coming on, come on. And you've got 4.5 minutes. Nearly. No, you haven't got 4.5 minutes. You've got nearly 4 minutes and 10 seconds. No, you haven't. You've got 4 minutes and 5 seconds. There you go. You have 4 minutes now. So where are you? Where are you? Right, while I'm waiting on the other guest, because a few people said, can we come on? So if you don't come on, that's it. That's it. Yes, I'm done. Right. But in fairness, though, and I'll just say, if these two guys that are here now, see, I want to make the panels a bit more intimate. So let's just say that this, for example, this is one more person, and to me, that'd be the perfect panel balance. 4 people, including the host, on each panel, instead of having 6, 7 people on the same panel, and then someone's tried to make a point, but then someone else will, and they don't do it deliberately. That's the thing. None of us do. I even do it myself. We don't do it deliberately, but it's given those people that aren't like the rest of us, like me, Charlotte, Daniel, Lee, that can talk. You know, some people do come on, they do be a bit shy, but they want to come on because they have things to say. And then as soon as they open their mouth, then it's like either me or someone else will pipe in, and you are trying to make a poor point, and then we forget all about them because they're, you know what I mean? They won't pipe up like we would. Sorry, I was trying to make a point there. You know the way we go on, like that, because that would be me. I'd be like, excuse me. I was making a point there and you couldn't crap. You know what I mean? They're not like that. So I'm going to split it up. Right, so we got 3 people. Lee, are you coming on, man? Yeah, because, like, you know, I put the link in the chat, like, yeah, you know, like, you coming on, like, you know, ringing me and everything. Like, if I'm late, boss, right? Yeah. See this fella ring me at 7. What's the story? You live? Are you coming on? Are you live? Trust me, if I was dead, I'd come back and haunt you all, and I'd do a ghost stream. I'll do a ghost stream. Right, the link, I'll put the link in the chat again. Maybe it's just gone over people's heads. I told you I can't LOL. Oh, well, then that's all right. Well, if this is going to be my panel tonight, that's actually not a bad panel then. So these people will get a word in edgeways. Let's see. Right, link is in the chat. If one more person would like to come on. One more person. If you want to come on, there's room for one more person. So this is The Price is Right. Woo! Come on down. Yeah, I'll do a ghost stream. Excuse me. Has anybody noticed, actually? Has anybody felt a little bit more chesty than normal? You know, all year round. It's like you've got like you're doing this all the time because it's like as if you have something in the back of your throat, but you don't. It's like I've been doing this all bleeding year. There's Daniel drinking out of his tanker. Well, I've got my big Game of Thrones mug, mate, and it's full of coffee. It fits 3 cups of normal coffee into one big giant cup of coffee. And that's what I'm drinking right now. Right, well, I don't think anybody else is coming on, so that's perfect then. We got a nice little panel, 31 people watching. Do me a favor, though. Smash that like button or dislike button, whatever. If you could do me a favor as well and share that link as well. Share that link and let people know. And if you haven't voted in the poll, remember, I do have a poll. I have asked you guys which is our favorite stream that I do. So far, the Tarda Zone Talks is winning. In second place, we've got the Classic Who Zone. And in third place, surprisingly, we've got the Mandalorian, and no votes so far for New Who. So I don't know, maybe look, we keep doing the New Who ones anyway, and we're enjoying them. And I'm not going to stop either, just because Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall's era is destroying the show. I do like all these seasons coming up, so I'm not going to let Doctor Who spoil even the New Who era. Affect that, man. I mean, look, we love the show. We got emotional with it. Those feelings haven't gone away. So I'm going to keep watching. So yeah. So listen, right now probably people haven't, they probably do prefer the other two. But I'm actually surprised nobody has voted for New Who. But everything gets affected because you know why. So even my polls get affected. You know what I mean? So when Jodie Whittaker is winning a poll, don't believe it for 1 second. Because even when I put up New Who stream, they're not even voting for that because everybody hates Doctor Who right now. That's the sad thing. Right, let's bring on our guest because it doesn't look like anybody else is not coming on. So we will start because she's been waiting a while, but she was on yesterday and she's here with us today because Rabbi is feeling under the weather. Lee doesn't be on today anyway, but I did put an invite out to him, but apparently he did send me a message. Lee, I haven't checked my messages. You probably have a great reason why, but whatever it is, if you're under the weather, get well soon. If it's because you haven't had any sleep, get yourself to bleed in bed. Whatever it is, just let's just put it this way. You're in me thoughts. Okay. Right. Here she is. She's the one and only Iron Lady. I'm only messing. I better stop that Iron Lady business. I'm only messing though. This woman takes no nonsense, but she also makes some of the best points on this show, especially with the show that's winning right now, which is the TARDIS Zone Talks. And she always comes on and she always thinks outside the box, and she does have us all thinking. It's the one and only Charlotte.
Hello, Lee's rendering something.
Oh, is he? He's rendering. Oh, he's probably rendering. Are you rendering my video?
So he's on the iPad, is what he said in the chat.
Let's see if it's me video. He's still rendering that video. Probably is. He did show me a bit of it. To be honest with you, it's that complicated that it has taken ages. But I actually seen a little sneak peek. I have to say I'm blown away.
And it's Lee. It's gonna look good, whatever it is.
But the thing about it is as well, though, I have said to him, if you get to that work, obviously that's priority, especially if it's paid work. So if he has been getting paid work, then of course that takes priority. So I've been, he keeps saying you'll have to wait and see. I've been very patient. I didn't say anything. I was actually praising it. If you keep that up, I'll say I don't want it. And then that'll be 3 weeks, 4 weeks worth of work gone down the drain. And then you'll start crying then. Right? So you keep that up, man. You keep that up. You just have to love the English, don't you? Sorry, Charlotte.
I was going to say I'm here.
Yeah, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. Shh.
Okay.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Right, let's bring him on because he's a Scot. Yeah. Well, he's originally from Scaro, but he settled down in Scotland. I don't know why you'd want to settle down in Scotland. It's just as bad as feckin' Ireland. The weather, it's raining. It's either raining, snowing, hail, or there's some sort of gust of wind or something. Or you'll be walking down the street, minding your own business, and you'll see one of those bouncy castles floating in the sky with some kids in it. Yeah, because the winds are that powerful. And it's your own fault if you have your kids in Scotland on a bouncy castle on a windy day, right? They do it in Ireland as well. Ridiculous. But that's the way we have because we don't get a summer here. It's bad. It's always bad. The weather is always bad. So whenever we get a little bit of sunshine, even if it's a cold day, bouncy castles out. But unfortunately, then what happens is sometimes a gust of wind might come along and blow one of those suckers away. It's the one and only Scottish Davros. Let's see if he has seen any bouncy castles. So out on your travels, have you ever seen an old bouncy castle float in the sky?
I've seen a video actually.
Oh, there you go. See, now you were all laughing at me. Really. Come on, tell your story. How did that happen?
I don't know. It was ages ago.
What'd you say, sir?
It was ages ago.
It was ages ago.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's bring on our next guest then. We're all full of short talk tonight, aren't we? Aren't we? Well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. It's the one and only PD Rich. Does this mean he's a doctor? Yeah, we'll have to find out. We'll have to find out.
Hello there.
Hello.
You all right?
I'm good. See, there you go.
You're coughing again. You're coughing again.
I don't know what's going on.
You ain't got the coof, have you?
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it by saying
No,
that.
no. Fingers crossed he hasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the whole I've noticed lately. Maybe it's got to do with that bleeding thing.
Oh, I don't
no.
But
I hope it's not.
I haven't been sick. Like I've been lucky. Like I haven't got it. I've been very careful. But I don't know what it is. I wake up and I'm always very. It's like as if something's leaning on my chest.
Yeah. Did you hear about the UK? Did you hear that's in the UK? Apparently, mega coof is on the rise now. There's a new strain. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Jesus, leave me alone.
Yeah, like every virus that mutates, but let's scare the British people to go with
my attitude to this is bullshit.
It's like it's like don't worry, folks. This is normal. Don't be letting the ministers out there scare the shit out of you. This is what happens with a virus. It mutates. Always happens. Sure, at the start of it, right, because it went over people's heads. It already mutated. They'd already did several articles about how it was going to mutate.
They knew it was going to do it. Yes. A friend of mine told me
this isn't news. So when you get your Matt Hancock on British television, scaring the people to shit, that someone should really seriously, go to him, grab him at the side, and say, "Listen here, you fucking idiot. We're just getting people back to normal. Now you're telling them there's a new strain and you're telling them that it's deadly. Now you've scared them all again after the fact that we got them all back out in the first place. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, man. There's a new strain, fair enough. The vaccine, I don't know if the vaccine's good, but I'm seeing all these actors and actresses take it with their camera. Isn't it funny, though, actually, before we do start, isn't it funny, though, the amount of people that are actually taking photographs of them getting this, they say they're getting
virtue signaling again.
Yeah, it's a mixture of that and just like proof, like because people follow them, so they'll think it'll be for all their followers as proof.
Yeah, because what's his name? Ian McKellen had a photograph. He gave a thumbs up with his mask on, and the nurse was there, and she was about to stick a needle into him. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And then the caption was, this is Sir Ian McKellen doing his bit to save Britain or something like that.
It's virtue signaling.
I was like, are you for real, man?
Like, who cares? Yeah.
So, it's up these ourselves whether these are going to take the vaccine or not, right? Yeah. They're certainly not going to force me anyway. I will wait. See, here's the good thing about Ireland is we're kind of smart because we're not getting it until the middle of next year, right? And I think the reason why we're doing that is because we will see how it goes with use Brits first, because yous are getting it first.
Guinea pigs.
So yeah, exactly. And it's sad, but yous are the guinea pigs. So I'll see what kind of reaction there is to that. See if anybody dies of it. See what kind of people die, what the demographic is. Because listen, don't think for 1 second that you take a vaccine and then that's it. You're all good to go. No. Some people will react differently to it, unfortunately. And there might be some, it does with every vaccine, there are some complications. So I will see over the next 6 months, and I will see if everybody that takes it is fine. And I guarantee I won't be listening to the news to find out if it's fine. I'll be doing my own research from independent sources to make sure that I get the real information, and then I'll make up my mind. Listen, at the end of the day, if this thing does end up actually putting a stop to all of this nonsense and actually works, and there is no considerable side effects, well, then I will take it, because I want to get back to normal. I want to be able to go out there and have a picnic.
As do I.
Go out to the beach with me dog. That was our plan. Me, Cheryl, and Ted were going to go out to the seaside. It would be his first time. That would have been his first time at the seaside. We were going to bring him to the seaside, and we never got to do that. And Cheryl has only been to the seaside here, I think, twice since she married me. So that's something that we wanted to do. There's a lot of things we want to do. So if this does work and this helps me do that, I will take it after a lot of consideration. But I'm not diving into it like some people are. And I think these celebrities that are just diving into it and promoting it as if it's a good thing. Listen, yeah, you should be telling people, yeah, I'm taking it, but I know there's a risk. Right? That's what you should be saying. And don't give people a false sense of, hope. Because at the end of the day, this could end up, we take this and then you never know what could happen. All I'll just say is the country where this virus came from has a habit of having outbreaks. So we'll be just waiting on the next one, folks. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to cross our fingers that when the next outbreak happens, that it's not as contagious as this, and it can actually be stopped, and we don't have to take any vaccines. But I'm going to leave it at this. But I'm going to say this. Serious questions and serious steps will have to be taken towards that country to make sure that nothing like that ever happens again. Our lives, right? Now, listen, this is nothing compared to what the people went through during World War One and World War Two. Okay? They went through a lot. But this is our generation, right? This is our big thing, right? This thing. Right, it's our big thing, right, and it's been an inconvenience more than that. Now, let's be honest, right? And obviously, a lot of people, some people have passed away, right, and that is sad. But compared to what those people went through, this should have been a walk in the park for us. But you know what the difference is? Back in the day, they weren't self-entitled little twats. Today, you got all and I don't care what side you're on, you've got, well, don't wear your mask. Wear your mask, right? It's this, that, it's like you're either on one side or the other side, and everybody seems to be self-entitled. Well, if the government tell me to wear a mask, I'm not going to wear it because they're up to something, If they tell me to wear a mask, they're trying to poison us or something like that. Like it always ourselves. This is why we're in the situation we're in, right? Because during the first lockdown, right? In Ireland, mostly everybody kept to it. It was strict enough. Not many people, but a few people broke. But that's what was happening. You seen the politicians, right, in Britain especially, starting breaking their own lockdown rules. So when people see and seeing the politicians, well, then rightly so, the people are going to do the same. Because if their leader...
That's what they're doing over here.
Well, then you can't go back to them then and say, well, we want you to stay indoors, but we're going to enjoy our lives. We're going to go out and have our big fancy dinners. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. And this is why it fell apart. If they didn't do that, right, and the politicians were actually strict like they were, like we all were. We were all with the first lockdown. We were all on board with it. We all knew how dangerous it was. I don't think we'd be in this situation right now. We would be having our Christmas. We wouldn't have to worry. You know what I mean? The vaccine would have came along. We could have went out, had a normal fucking Christmas, all seeing our families, but no, they fucked it up. And with that, I'm going to shut up now because I don't want to keep talking about this. But all I'll just say is this, is whatever your Christmas is, listen, I know it's not going to be the Christmas that we all want, but enjoy it. Enjoy it, because next year is not getting any better, folks. It's not getting any better. So enjoy your Christmas. And if you can talk to your loved ones, whether it's on video, Skype, whatever it is, talk to them, let them know that you're still here, let them know that you still love them and you can't wait to see them, because you will. You will one day. We all will. We'll all get to see our families again. So it's not the end of the world. We just need to hold it together for a little while longer, right? That's all. And we'll get to see our families again. And it'll be great. I do honestly believe we can get through this situation, because it's not as bad as I've mentioned before. And we will. That's one thing about us anyway. Us kind of people, right?
We're survivors. We're survivors.
Will get through it, because we've had hardships before. So we'll be fine. We will do what we have to do. And I'll tell you one thing, our generation and even some of the younger generation have taken care of business during this lockdown. Should be proud of ourselves. But there's some out there that I have to say, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you fall on. Your behavior during lockdown hasn't been great. And I think we're still in this situation because of the behavior of a few out there. And it's sad. They complain about lockdown. Well, if you had stayed in lockdown in the first place, we wouldn't be in this situation. It's not as if they told us that we have to stay at home, put a gun to our head. They asked us to stay at home. They asked us to wear a mask. They didn't tell us, right? Well, not over here, they didn't. They asked us to wear a mask. They asked us to wash our hands, right? They asked us to stay at home. Right, they advised us to stay at home. That's the way they did it in Ireland. Don't know how they did it in America. Maybe they did force you, and that's why there's so many is out there marching and wrecking the shop. But a bit of cop on. You just wouldn't have been in this, and then he's all complaining, well, we can't see your family. Well, it's your fault. If you're one of these people that was all the way through disrupting people, well, then it's your fault. But look, I think we'll learn from this one, which we definitely will, and there has to be lessons to be learned from this.
Gotta be.
Next year, I don't give a shit. Next year, big Christmas with the family. Everybody's getting hugged. Don't give a shit. I'll be bleeding. The holidays galore. Telling you, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what's going to happen? We're all going to go crazy. We're all going to go overboard. You know what? All these places that have lost money, that are struggling right now, right? They'll be all waiting for when it's the green light, when everything is all right. Because we're going to spend. I'm telling you, we're all going to go mental. Everybody is. Even the most conservative people out there that like to save their money, they're going to go out and spend. Everybody is. Everybody's going to treat themselves to something, because everybody will think like this after this. Well, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. And I know some people used to think like, but everybody's going to start thinking like that now. Everybody's going to say, let's not take it for granted. Let's take day by day and let's enjoy life. And that's what's going to happen. I think that's the one good thing that will come out of this, is that we'll all appreciate life a little bit more. Because let's be honest, we've all took things for granted. I mean, for Jesus Christ, I even miss a McDonald's. I never thought I'd ever miss McDonald's in my life. But there you go. I actually missed a fucking Big Mac. And you know what? They're advertising the double Big Mac. And it looks lovely, and I can't have one because I can't get out.
I know.
Oh, I tell you, right. Let's do this watch along. So if you're ready, press 1. Press the 1.
Chat, tell us if you're ready.
Right. Where's my earphones? Give me my earphones. Come here. Where are they? Where's the ear? Oh, there they are. No, that's not the earphones. It's okay. You out here with me? Oh, hey, Tuzzy. Didn't know you were here with me. I thought you were in with Maddie's. Give me the earphones. Thank you. No. Lie down. Go on. Lie down. Good boy. No. I'm not playing with you. I'm just getting me fucking earphones. I have to do a watch along. We're live now.
Hold
on. Mammy's in the chat, right? So let me get this straight. Mammy's in the chat. And she dumped you in here with me. And get this out of your head. You cruel woman.
Did it on purpose.
When he was young, he never needed anyone. So yeah. Okay. I think my message here is that it will get better. And it has to. And even if it didn't, and this was our life, we just have to make the best of it. You know, I mean, people back in the day did, and that's what we're gonna have to do, and we will, because I think we're a lot stronger than we give ourselves credit for, believe it or not. And I know we do slag this generation off. Well, some of them in this generation, but even some of them have done very well during the lockdown. Some of them have stepped up and really done their part as well. And they must be applauded for that, because let's be honest, we do give them a bit of stick saying that if anything major happened, they'd be the first ones complaining and moaning and wouldn't do anything about it. But some of them have stepped up, and they deserve a bit of credit there. You know, yeah, we have to credit this generation when they do something right. But I will say one thing: there's one person throughout this whole lockdown that has made a show of us all. And that's that 90-odd-year-old English
Captain, what's his name?
Yeah,
Captain Tom, yeah.
Captain Tom.
Now I know they kind of went a bit overboard with the reporting of him, and some people did get sick and tired of it. But I just will say one thing: what that man did, I mean, and raised all that money, he made a show of us all. Everybody, every generation, even put his own generation to shame, but put the younger generation to shame. I think after that, then the younger generation stepped up when they seen what Captain Tom was capable of. And yeah, the young people, some young people have done themselves justice through this, and you can hold your heads up high. But for the rest of you to have continued to go on the ways have went on, and don't give a crap about the rules or attacking anybody that doesn't follow the rules, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. But I don't expect that different from morons anyway. Right. I'm going to get me copy ready now, and I'm going to shut up. Ew, Captain Jack. Ew. Do you remember that song? That's an old dance tune back in the day.
I'm going to say this is the episode that I utterly fell in love with Jack. I liked him already, but this episode is one of it. I just was like, right now, you're one of my favorite companions.
Right, yeah. Now, Jesus, Lee and the wife are giving out to me in the chat. Be quiet.
Can't win.
Or I'll banish the two of you.
You can't win.
Yeah, it's a fantastic episode overall. But again, it was actually good to see Captain Jack come back, because at the time I was actually wanting him to come back.
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting though? The way the Doctor actually treats Jack and is suspicious of Jack in this movie, because this is the real reason. I'll do whatever I want. Don't be giving me eye roll or I'll ban you. This is why I don't like her in the chat. She upsets me. Right, I'm done. I'm retiring then. Right, do you want to take over the narrative zone? We'll call it the Cheryl zone, right? We'll start the watch along straight away, right? We'll finish them then, and then there'll be Borden streams. Yeah? Or how about I come on, I chat to me subscribers, I chat to me panel, and I talk about Christmas dinner first, and then I talk about how the world's going to be saved, and then I do the watch along. How about that? No? No? Wait a minute, no. You've already banished Cheryl. I'll banish you too. You pick it up for? Anybody picks
oh,
up for
you would
Cheryl?
never hear the end of it if you did that to Lee.
Right?
Actually, that'd be it.
He's like, no, banished. Right. Charlotte is going to do the honors though of the countdown. So you're all ready as far as I could see. So I'm going to get Cheryl to do the countdown now. Hold on. I just want to read one more comment from the wife. The Cheryl this stuff. Learn how to write first before you.
Typing if I think is what she meant to say.
Yeah,
if it
I'm only slagging her off. She's a school teacher. She does it to me. Could you not put a coherent sentence together? Are you drunk or something? Do you want the Christmas wine? Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. We know where the wine's gone anyway. Children singing. Nah, too late. You can't recover from that one, Cheryl. Too late, too late. Right, let's do it. Charlotte. Charlotte. Jesus. I'm not in type better than you. I know you're not well. Oh, by the way, yeah, let's all give Charlotte a bit of a shout out because she's not feeling well today.
Yeah, kisses to Cheryl.
Oh, yeah, kisses
Yeah.
to Charlotte. Even though she's the biggest wreck the head, I do really love her, you know. Right. Get well soon, love. Get well soon. Again, this watch along would have started on time. I'll get away. Who cares? You're banished. That's it.
Right, no, do you want me to start the countdown?
Of course you can before she wrecks me head any further.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ping.
Ping. Let's go with ping.
There we go. And there's that thing in Wales. I don't know what they call it.
Cardiff. That's the Millennium Centre in Cardiff.
There's a centre at Cardiff trying to be like London, posh and all that. Never will be. It's Cardiff.
Cardiff, mate. You haven't been to Swansea down the road?
You know? No, Wales is, listen, I was in Pwllheli a few years back when I was a kid. Wales is not a bad place. I like Wales.
I've been to Cardiff because I went to the Doctor Who experience. So I've been there.
So I can't comment.
Yeah. Now, Cheryl, did you get good actors on the tour or bad actors on the tour?
Well, we didn't do the tour thing. We just went to like the building.
Oh,
So-
I see. Yeah.
But it's right near here, so we went here first. Had like did our own pictures, and then went on the bus.
Yeah. That's what I tried to do. What was it? Media Village Media City up in Manchester, but it didn't really work out.
It's funny it is because Cheryl thinks that everybody just comes here for the watch-alongs. You're sadly mistaken. They come here to watch me, to listen to me. It's not about the watch-alongs.
No, we still come to chat. That's what we come to do.
That's it.
Yeah.
And look at that image.
Here he is now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the old beginning.
Your band.
I'm already banned, that's why I have a second account.
Right, your band. We're in the titles now, folks.
Stop calling Charlotte Cheryl.
Oh, that N2C killing.
I didn't call her Cheryl. I really got confused there, but I didn't. Right, so leave me alone. Are you out here to do my head in now?
Oh, do I have to start giving him professional advice? What I've learned over the past 5 years about broadcasting.
Did you hear her? She battered me live on air. Oh, I'll get a frying pan there, woman, and I'm right?
You get this on a professional radio station, I'll tell you that.
But this is look at that. Me and Cheryl are like this every day, the banter.
Except I'm the funny one.
Well, she's
Graham Harper.
the funny one.
No, I'm definitely the funny one.
Great, directed by Graham Harper, who, in my opinion, during the Russell T era, wrote some of the best stories.
Directed some of the best stuff, yeah.
Or directed, I should say, yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He used to be an assistant on it back long ago.
Mhm.
He was a production assistant and he became a director. Revelation of Darkness. Yeah.
Derek Jacobi as.
If you're going to get any actor to play this part, he couldn't have got better, could he?
Yeah, well, Jacobi was going to be the master in the alternate Ninth Doctor's adventures. Scream of the Shauker. He was supposed to be like a robotic master. That's why they chose him.
He's got his own odd deal series now.
Yeah. He was going to be the cyborg master that Doctor built for to keep him company.
Yeah.
I think what though is so powerful about his performance in this, you really grow to love him, and then they do the turn, and because, like I said, back in the day, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of fan stuff. I just watched the episodes, so I didn't have any theories. I was just watching it. So
Yeah.
I really liked him, and then obviously the ending happened.
Yeah. Sadly, it was leaked that Jeremy Jacobi was going to be the master.
See, I didn't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah,
and you
got
get
leaks rammed in my face.
and you get the time I never paid attention to any of that stuff. Me and Charlotte basically we just watched the episode of this Saturday and that was that.
We've got 30 people watching right now at the moment. If you could do us a favor and actually smash that like button and subscribe there if you haven't already. Actually, check and make sure you're still subscribed, will you? Because Ballstrek did put something up on Twitter last night saying that he lost over 200 subs. Twitter is doing its monthly purge again. And they keep doing it with my channel. I've lost over they've taken over 20 subs of mine, and then they pop back up again during the week, which is gas. And then by the time it gets to the end of the month, then it goes back down again. So it keeps going up by 20 and down by 20 each month. So make sure you're still subscribed.
Yeah.
So you can see
notification bell, because, you know.
Yeah, you can see how the Doctor's just so uncomfortable. Like, he just doesn't want Jack there.
Yeah, thinks he's an anomaly.
Well, Jack
knows who he is now. That's why he knows.
That's because he's a X point in time.
That's it. It's not the Doctor doesn't want it, but it's TARDIS, I think.
Because that's the reason why the TARDIS didn't coming in, and that's how they end up at the end of the universe.
Yeah, but I've always thought, and like I said, I mean, when you get to that scene, this is probably where I got the idea from. I think with the Doctor, Jack's like he can sense that he's not right just because of Time Lord.
Yeah.
But it's like Jack's such a reminder of what he did.
Yeah, it's Rose,
in that
isn't it?
finale. But walking away from him and just leaving him to die. Well, just leaving him. I think Jack's like a biggest sort of putting the mirror to him moment just to see him. That's why the Doctor just.
It's really uncomfortable until that moment. Really, really uncomfortable.
Well, if this is our future, the future human code. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's only 20 years' time, mate. This happens. How things are going.
And to be honest, you will. It sometimes as a concept. I thought it was a cool concept.
This is where Jack's character starts getting interesting, though, because you have all the stuff in Torchwood as well going on at the same time, where you learn about his brother and a little bit about his family and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because remember, you watched this episode, right? And then when no, hold on, it's not that episode. It's the very last episode of the finale. You watch the last episode of the finale and then watch
Series 2 finale,
when Jack comes back. That's exactly where that point of reference is. So after he's up on the Valiant and the year goes back to normal, but they remember everything.
Yeah.
When he goes back, when you see him walking in season 2, when he shoots the fish person, that's him coming back after being stranded.
He's just had enough, hasn't he?
Yep.
That's why he's a lot darker in the second series.
This reminds me of the very first Dalek story.
Yeah.
It's a good episode.
Also, but to be honest with you, do a good deal.
You know, when they're looking down, the Doctor with Ian and Barbara, that's exactly That's a little. I reckon that's a little homage to.
Probably
Yeah.
with Russell.
Sorry.
Well, we found out where Voyage of the Damned came from yesterday. The hard way. Oh.
Oh, God, I mean,
I still need therapy because of that episode. Daniel's going to give. We're going to have a session on Tuesday, I think.
yeah, I'll give you your session on Tuesday. Don't worry about it, Charlotte.
That was a Sigmund Freud episode and a half. We should get Az in for one of these. It'd just be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Bolstrek and Az, just watch them just do crack up.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, Bolstrek won't watch any Doctor Who that he likes right now.
Yeah, I know what he's going through. I've had it with a few shows.
Well, look, that's what I mean. He's at that stage now, you know.
Yeah.
I was at that stage months back. It's hitting everybody at different stages.
No, it is. It's what is it? It's the whole thing of grievance, isn't it? The
stages.
Stages of grief. That's it. The stages of grievances.
Yeah.
Stages of grief. That's it. Yeah. You go through it. It doesn't just affect people when it doesn't affect you when someone dies. It affects you, when you see a TV series go down the pan or anything.
That's what I mean. This is why these fans that support this era, this is why they'll never understand, because they will never ever, and this is just fact whether you like it or not, they will never ever have the emotional connection or feel the way we feel about this show.
And the reason Doctor Who hit us all hard is because of the hiatus we had in the 90s. And Star Trek were hit hard because of the hiatus during the 2000s.
Yeah.
You've got to say, though, considering that these guys aren't even the main focus, the amount of work to just look at them. Like, they're not even the main villain, and they're just sort of side characters, but look at the amount of, obviously, costume and design and all that went in.
That guy shooting the AK-47, he's the usual the usual guy in the Sidemen suits.
That's nice. Like, he's not in a suit for one thing.
He's always it's a bit extra. He's always an extra.
Yeah, I mean, and the costumes are great. Good for them. I mean, I really enjoyed them as a concept. I mean,
I think they could have had these guys in another episode. Like, sometimes when they revisit.
Yeah.
And have a more focus on them.
Yeah. Guy on the gun there, I think it's him.
It's alright, Charlotte. Maybe back finish. We're still on because they've got the license to do because they've got the license to do the TDA.
And they're doing so much Tenant stuff, they probably will do them at some point.
Yeah.
Someone made the suggestion that he might appear in Whittaker's era.
But he won't know who he is, they'll just be all scrambled.
I'll just say this, right? Anything is possible with Chris Chibnall at this stage. I mean, I think he'll throw the kitchen sink at it to try.
What's he going to do? Open his watch and then shut and go out for the cleaning arch again?
This kid. I love this kid.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's obviously it's not in this episode. It's the next episode when I'm surprised Russell got away with it. What he does with these people, it's like that dark. I'm surprised he got away with it.
Interesting fact about the enemies in this, the Toclafane, were originally supposed to be a Christopher Eccleston enemy, not a David Tennant enemy.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be in the very first season because what was happening was they were negotiating with Terry Nation's estate for the Daleks, but it was still undecided whether Terry Nation's estate was going to agree. So it was up in the air. So Russell T was actually still writing away and came up with the Toclafane. But then the deal was made. And then, see, this is the thing that people don't realize. He had a completely different other idea for season 1 originally with the Toclafane to actually change it all because he got the Daleks in is amazing to me. So, because it looks flawless, it looks seamless. He did it, which means that he was so clever that he wrote stories that whether it was either going to be the Toclafane or the Daleks, it was going to fit anyway. You know?
I do think that's why Robert Shearman had a problem because he had to make 2 versions of the episode.
Yeah.
That's probably why it drove him doolally.
And there's Jack flirting again.
Yeah, so Jack, you haven't got time to flirt, mate.
Whoops.
This is just such a giddy.
Looking at that rocket from the outside, though, you wouldn't have much confidence that that's going to affect the glory, would you?
Yeah, but if you're at the end of the universe, mate, you don't have much of a choice, so you just go.
It was made in Britain, I think.
Exactly.
British Steel used to count for something years ago, so
it doesn't anymore. It's just
not anymore now. Everybody's about the steel in China because it's cheaper.
Yeah, that's even worse.
So how they didn't notice this one though is kind of a bit.
Yeah. Oh, Chan.
Yeah, very popular character back in the day, believe it
Yeah,
or not. She was only in it for a while.
And yeah, she was a giddy character.
Yeah, because wasn't that the actress? Didn't she? Sorry, Daniel. Isn't the actress who's her? Isn't she the Chinese woman in Donna's Turn Left? Am I right with that?
Yeah, I think you go. And so she comes back as the fortune teller in series 4.
That was a great episode, Turn Left.
Me gaming streams last night, I decided when it first came out, I bought the game Red Dead Redemption 2, but I never finished the story. So I downloaded the game again. So I'm going to start the story from the very beginning. So over the next few nights, if I get the chance, of course, I'm going to do the whole campaign story of Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I know there are Red Dead Redemption fans in the chat. I love the first game. I completed the first game. The end of it is actually quite sad. And I'm told that I need to play this game, the second one. I got halfway through the last time, but it's been a whole year since I've played it. So I've uploaded it again, ready to go. Bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. I love that. I love the first game. And the second game, I was enjoying it a lot, actually. Yeah, I'm always good with me horses.
And also the hand. That was also just how clever Russell is. You didn't even think,
did
you? Like, you watched the Christmas episode, you just thought, oh, that's like a fun little thing. And then it gets brought back. So, okay.
He was very good at setting that kind of stuff up, though.
He was.
I love that scene where he was talking about, but that's what I meant. And then Jack has said to him straight away, no, you're supposed to say sorry. And then the doctor looks at him and then goes, oh, sorry. It's like, that's what I loved about Jack. That's what I loved about Rose and Jackie. You know, they kept the doctor, at a human level. You know, and Martha did the same with him as well. Tried to get him to see that compassion. And then obviously after, when he first met Donna Noble in The Runaway Bride, you could see how angry he was. If she didn't get him, she calmed him down, but she also got him to see his humane side. I know he's an alien, but you get what I mean. It's like, she was very good at getting him to see, you don't have to go this far, you've done what you've had to do, leave it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's human. I think like you said, all the companions you mentioned before, and especially Donna.
Compassionate side.
Yeah, I'd say it's compassion, but I would also say it's almost the doctor needs somebody else to remind him what consequences his actions have.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit of it as well. Like, they all do it.
Exactly. They're like, because the companion just doesn't, they represent the audience, and we have a moral compass, as they say. Yeah. So they're supposed to be not the moral high ground as such, but when the doctor does step out of line, They're there just to remind them, listen, doctor, you know, this will be the consequence if you go through with this. Do you really want to go through with it? And I think that's very important. Now, I won't go into it too much, but if you look at what's happening in the era that we have now, there is no consequence to whatever Whittaker's doctor. Yeah. Not even our companions pull her up for it. You know what I mean? When Graham's wife died, what was the what was the actual price that the doctor paid? Nothing. They all join her in the TARDIS. Made no sense to me.
Yeah, she technically got Graham's wife killed, and it was like, oh yes, I'll join the TARDIS. It's like, you mad?
Yeah, I love this part.
And it's in the end of Timeless Children, where what's his face went and sacrificed himself for her, and she just ran off.
Did anybody get it? Because he said, "What's your name, Professor Yana?" Did people get it there?
Yeah, I kind of got it.
See, I already knew. So for me, when I was watching this, I already knew what was going to happen. I had it. I knew. It was just
both in the background as well.
Back in the day, I was very good at speculating, and this was one of the things I said. You're not alone. And then when I heard the face of both said that, I turned around and said to me brothers, "There's another Time Lord out there, and I guarantee you, it's the Master."
Well, I think for me it was a mixture of I just watched the show and I didn't have the classic knowledge. So I was just like, I remember thinking, oh, there's probably another Time Lord knocking about, but I didn't have a clue who. That was what I was thinking at the time.
I mean, this is Russell T and his team, just having fun. And you know, the season finales, Russell T is, in fairness, all of them haven't been a letdown,
they've all been solid.
1 and 2. I know I have my problems with David Tennant's regeneration that he takes so long, but still, even that finale, it's not a bad finale. It is very emotional and it does take a lot out of you, and that's what he was good at doing. He was good at making you feel things.
Yeah,
there's my favorite kid.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Rob, I agree with you. Another wonderful Murray goal score again. Absolutely fantastic. Season 3 score is actually underrated. I was listening to, you can listen to it all on YouTube, and I've listened to Season 3's soundtrack. It's absolutely fantastic. You should check it out. This is Gallifrey. Is one of the best tunes on that disc.
Oh, I adore that piece of music.
It's fantastic.
One of my favourites, that is. This is Gallifrey.
Yeah.
And the Faith of Bo's theme as well. Got more in this episode.
I just as the this whole era, there was just so much optimism and happiness within the stories, and everything about it was just great.
Yeah, and I think Russell, it never felt oversold, did it? The hope or the happiness, it never felt like he was trying too hard, or
not at all.
And it's such an easy thing to creep over that line, isn't it? When you try that, and it's just he could go from in this episode. Look, the setting's dystopia. Look at how they are, but the Doctor still has lines that we've had a few that have gone past about humanity surviving, carrying on, hope. And it's just only Russell's scripts cannot make that feel tripe, if that's the right word I'm trying to think.
Oh.
It's getting more.
Very clever by Russell T. The beat of a Time Lord's heart, the 4 beats. But Martha, again, in this episode, is the one that spots the fob watch. Again,
Yeah.
she's the one that actually alerts the doctor. Martha, as a companion, look at
She's intelligent.
my
She reminds me
new
of
companion.
Shaw.
Believe it or not, Rose actually finishes last. Even though she is the first companion of New Who, she didn't really do that much, right? Yeah, Martha Jones saves the doctor's life on 3 separate occasions, right? Her family is bloody tortured. You know, you see it on the Valiant. They're literally tortured by the Master, right? They're being tortured, they're being kept prisoner. You know, you know, and all the doctor, you know, she fancied the doctor, but the doctor wasn't looking at her. But she risked her own life, her own family's life. She does really she's really underrated as a companion. I would have to say she comes second to Donna Noble, in my opinion, of New Who companions. Donna tops it for me for the simple reason is there wasn't that romantic element, but also you had the chemistry between David Tennant and Catherine Tate. That was actually real chemistry, and it translated very well on screen. And for me, you know, Donna is in New Who especially is the quintessential companion. I think she ticked all boxes, and I think you know Martha comes second to that. And then for me, then after Martha, you would probably let me see. It would have to be, believe it or not, Karen Gillan, Amy Pond, and then Bill Potts even come before Rose Tyler, in my opinion. So, because I do really like Bill Potts. The thing that annoys me is that okay, all the nonsense of her telling us, you know, that she was lesbian, we get it, but she one season's not enough, and that's you know I think Pearl Mackie deserved another season.
Yeah, I do. I think I should have got rid of Coleman. I think I should have got rid of Janet Coleman in the series earlier.
You know what? That would have been a good TARDIS team for her, for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, actually. Now, I know we would have got the same shit stories, but think about it. Matt Lucas and Pearl Mackie would have worked very well with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, actually.
I don't think Nardole would. I can see Bill.
So.
I can see Bill, and I think.
No, but you could have Nardole play the role of, you know, like the fans that had a problem with the regeneration, you know, be the grumpy one and all about how, you know what I mean? They could have played up on that, and they could have made it funny, you know, and got us on board.
Yeah, but the chemistry, like, I think Nardole and 12 were, like, I had my issues with Nardole at times, but I think what probably carried me through was how good he got on with Peter. The actors, you could tell him and Matt really got on, so they sort of had that like bickering brotherly thing. And I think if you would have put him with her, it would have just been him moaning, and she wouldn't have reacted, or she would have just had a go at him. Like, I just, dynamic wise, whereas Bill, yeah, I agree. I think Bill, if they would have carried Bill over, I actually think that would have worked.
That was, I think, the
problem.
Biggest problems was
you know, I don't think it will happen, but I'd love to see her feature in the 60th. It'd be nice to see Pearl Mackie back as Bill in the 60th. Now, I doubt it'll happen, but you know, we don't know who's going to be. More than likely, look, it's probably looking like Chris Chibnall will be in charge for that. It could be Jodie Whittaker, the one that'll suffer. But if he's in charge, I don't think it'll happen. If someone else is in charge, there could be a possibility. Right, folks, I'll be back in a minute. I'll just need to fill up my coffee and stuff. So I'll leave you to it to have a bit of a chat there. How long are we in? 28 minutes in. Don't forget to smash that like button, folks, and leave a comment and stuff.
And if you didn't already know, he says, he said in an interview that should be up should be up for doing like finish odd tables that they've not approached watched her yet, but she says that she'd be up for it.
Oh, I think that, like I said, that'd be interesting. I think
Yeah.
what it was. I think she's a brilliant actress, isn't she? She's very likable.
Yeah.
She's got a brilliant
Yeah.
energy about her. Like she just has this like childish glee about her as Bill, which just resonated on screen. Oh, we got this scene coming up in a minute.
Yeah, it would have been lovely to see Pearl back, actually. They should have carried it over, but Chibnall wouldn't have done it. It's just what he wanted to completely just start a new slate, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ash is an epic part of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the moment that I just adore.
Yeah.
Because I think what I love about it, they're so frank with each other. There's no like being nice to each other. Jack says what he thinks. He gets it off his chest, and the doctor doesn't lie to him. He goes, "Yeah, I did leave you. Yeah, I knew exactly you were alive." It's like, for once, I'd say this is probably one of the most unlikable moments we get from 10.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, there is a sort of there is kind of a bit of friction between the two characters for some reason, and for some reason they tend to Doctor's a bit more harsh when it comes to Jack and a bit more old
Music.
until some which I never really could get my head around. To be honest.
Like I said, my little theory is he feels a lot of personal responsibility with Jack, and that's why he's almost cold. It's like his coping mechanism with Jack.
Yeah.
Because look at what he's saying now. It's not easy just even looking at you. You're wrong.
Yeah, he sees him as a bit of a lesion, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesion in space and time.
Oh, I enjoyed these scenes with him. Activate trying to piece everything together. So cool.
Yarn is starting to cotton on.
Yeah. And I enjoyed the flashback scenes as well. They actually would in the episode as well.
Yeah.
And poor Martha hearing this, she's like,
Yeah.
"Yep, I'm not gonna win, am I?"
No, she kind of realizes what the hell's happened.
Yeah.
Why he's been like it is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for Martha, to be honest.
Yeah, she makes big sense. Yeah. She's the one who made all the sacrifices during this season.
And yeah, but then again, the largest of Martha and Jen.
Yeah.
Look at this. I think he's been a bit cruel here, saying, "Do you want to die?"
But you can kind of tell that Jack kind of is actually want to die though in a way because he must be sick
Regeneration.
sick of the resurrection all the time. And must be annoying for that must be annoying for that character
Yeah.
to keep coming back to, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and flip it over.
Oh yeah, stay back and Charlotte. This is about the other 12-year-old me and holy shit, because
Yeah.
this is about where you piece everything together.
I was, like I said, me and you, same sort. I was also like,
Yeah.
oh no, oh what? I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I've just got a horrible vision of Joe Martin's doctor with a fire alarm on her head in Prisoner of the Dune.
Oh Jesus.
It's like, it's supposed to be a fob watch for a reason.
Oh Jesus, even this concept is changed by this.
Well, no, it's not, because you don't accept it. It's up to you, and that's the point I'm at.
Yeah, has a point. Looking like
Okay.
Carmen Miranda with a fire alarm on her head.
Go on,
Not a-
Martha, run, love, run.
Yeah, not a good place to go. Oh. Then again, the good thing about Chibnall is, want to reset everything and restart everything with his. You can just completely cut it off from everything.
That's me right now. That's my
Yeah,
case.
yeah. That's what we all did with Star Trek when 2009. We thought, bye. And Star Trek Discovery, bye.
Right, Doctor, listen to her. Just listen.
Yeah, she's just on. Agent.
Yeah.
You got to give credit for Tennant as well. You can see he's gone from like calm to manic.
Yeah.
Here, it's because you can see the Doctor. It's clicking. He just doesn't want to accept it, and it's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, because you can this point is true. You found this comfort zone with a peasant interpretation.
Uh-oh.
The perception field is coming
worn
off.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because look at his eyes, Jacoby. Look at his eyes now. You can see.
This is one of the biggest reveals ever.
I think he's copying it.
This cliffhanger is brilliant.
As Dan said on his stream when I did a list and I included Utopia, and he said, "Yeah, it's such a good cliffhanger. They keep doing it."
Seriously, this is brilliant.
That's when we used to get trailers.
Oh, his eyes here. Look at the eyes. You can just see the evil in the eyes.
That's when we used to get trailers before the finale.
Uh-oh. This is it.
Do you think this bit was the audition he did? This little these scenes.
Might have been.
Yeah, it's got to be the passion.
Unless Russell already had him in mind, you never know.
Yeah, I think I had him in mind from the alternate Eighth Doctor, Ninth Doctor.
She was brave until the end.
Oh, Chin, run!
But David Tennant's acting here is brilliant. Wait, you see the emotion in his face.
Yeah. It's was funny.
How is she supposed to know, you moron? Did you hear him? How did you not tell me about the phone? How is she supposed to know? It's your fault, Master. You're the stupid one. You're the one.
So you're trying to apply logic to the Master.
The Master doesn't have any logic.
This is brilliant when he reveals it.
Yeah. But I think Russell got the idea from Schalke Doctor of getting Derek Jacobi back as a Master.
This is brilliant. Here it is.
Grant.
Oh yeah, that's a good bit. It's a video of it as well.
I don't know, Chris. You should be able to post links, mate, because you're still a moderator.
I know YouTube's had a weird blip with this. I don't know if you saw that. People were also chatting about it. It's apparently some people can't post links now. Some mods. It's a YouTube thing.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I tried to share a link last week as well, and the same thing happened. Oh, here we go.
That is weird. Might have to remod him.
As I said, brave to the end. There's no strong female characters in Doctor Who anymore, folks.
Yeah, there's no strong female characters. Just
and they don't
heroic,
even have to, they don't even have to be human. They can be
exactly.
alien.
Yeah.
She shot him. Yes.
Better just hang on, Doctor.
Yeah, but then that means we get Sim who's like twice as worse and crazy.
Yeah. Hang on to the outside, Doctor.
His acting is brilliant here.
Yeah.
It's only the two of us. We're the only ones left.
Yeah.
Oh.
John Sim is brilliant here, though.
Yeah.
I like him at the beginning. By the end, he did my head in, Sim.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree with you.
Master.
Still, though, I do like him as the Master. I do.
Yeah. And he's actually, within that trail or a sentence show.
Oh yeah, I think I loved him in Dr. Falls. I adored him. I was like, why couldn't you have been more like that when you were in Tennant's Run?
A bit more wily, yeah.
Bit more like
mischievous.
A bit more Delgado. Like a bit more
That's
Delgado.
what I was going to say. Yeah, more Delgado. Yeah, far more Delgado. Because I thought that was brilliant at Doctor's Fall, but it's been absolutely Delgado, not enough in time, and to Doctor Falls has been complete Delgado. So wow, he hasn't done Delgado in years.
Because here's the thing, like Sim is a serious actor. Like if you see his roles, he can do serious. So I didn't quite understand why by the end he was literally a cartoon, his Master.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? This actor can do serious.
It was supposed to be
very
because
well.
he's insane, but been driven insane by the drums, but. That's why he was resurrected by the Time Lords, just to keep the destination of Gallifrey. Act as a beacon.
What a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, a fantastic
Shibushong, yeah. Should be a Pearson turn left.
Right. To be continued, as Rob said in the chat. Exactly, to be continued. Right, let's get everybody's rating. People in the chat as well, if you want to give you their rating as well. And if you want to give us our final thoughts on the episode as well, that'll be absolutely fantastic as well. Then we'll let you do our channel shout outs and we will leave it there. So we'll start with ladies first. Charlotte, what is your rating for this week's story? And would you like to tell everybody why you liked or disliked this story?
A 10, because I think the thing that I'll focus on, because I think we'll all probably have different things to talk about. I think what I love so much is there's so much character setup and character development as well as reveal. And I think that's such a hard thing to do. It wasn't just a big shock moment of the Master, which you could have just done an episode and ended on that, and it would have just got talked about as much and as well received. But like I said, it's the Jack stuff. It's the bits of Martha. It's the Doctor's reaction to one of his own people being back. Like the fact that they say to him, well, that's good, isn't it? You should want somebody back. And he goes, no, that's bad. That's the worst possible thing. So I think, like I said, I love how Russell gets that mixture just right. He doesn't go too much reveal and pomp, but he doesn't go too much melodramatic with the character stuff, because he's setting up, obviously, the next part. So I think that's what I love. One of the main things I love about this episode.
Fantastic. PD Rich?
Well, it was the first of the 3-parters, wasn't it, this one?
Yeah.
They've never done 3-parters before. I thought, let's do a 3-parter. And I think it works. I do think this is the strongest episode in a 3-parter, though. And as I said, it's the way they discover there's another Time Lord, and until it's too late, discover it's a Master. It's like, uh-oh, wrong one. But yeah, it's a good episode. I'll give it a 9.
Fantastic. Daniel?
A 10 out of 10. Character development is exceptional. Great artism for this episode, and the best and a great kill. I find that as well. I mean, in a fantastic. I find that each year shall want to return on to the next episode.
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody's points on the panel, but I do agree with Charlotte, especially. The character development in this is actually brilliant, especially Jack. We get to learn a little bit more about Jack. Obviously, the Master as well. First he's the Professor and then turns into the Master. That's a great bit of character development. And obviously we get to see that Master as character develop over the next 2 episodes. And I do agree with PD Rich. I do think this is the strongest out of the 3-part finale. I think the next episode it's not too bad. The cliffhanger to that is actually brilliant as well. It's the last episode where I think it falls a little bit flat for me, but it starts off brilliantly. The middle is okay, and the end is kind of but then he comes back with Series 4, so all is forgiven. Well, he comes back with the Christmas special first and then Series 4, but then all is forgiven. It's not, I still think season 3 is underrated. Obviously, this was planned for season 1, this whole Toclafane thing that he came up with. But he obviously decided to do it for 10 and second series. So yeah, it's a good story. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 because the other two I say are about eight. I'll say next. Well, the next one I say for me personally is an 8. I think the actual finale episode is around a 7. It's not really that good as far as I'm. Yeah. So that's
Definitely
where
a strong part of the season, though. This part.
Yeah, but you never know. It might change my opinion when we watch it. You know, that's the thing. A lot of people have said that when they've been watching the New Who stories that their opinions have changed. Like there was an episode they didn't like, but when they watch it back, it was better than what they thought. So that's a good thing. Right, folks. What I'll do is I'll let you. We'll go around again, and you can do use our shout outs and stuff like that, and we will call it a night. So Charlotte, we'll start with you.
Well, me and the Trouble One that way are going to be back in January to do Beware, and I'll let him talk about the rest of it when it's his go.
No problem. PD?
I don't really have anyone to shout out tonight, actually. Did all my shouting out the other night.
Okay.
So I'm fine.
That's brilliant. I like it like this, the way we just fly straight through. And Daniel.
As I'm shocked with just sped, I mean, we'll begin episode War of the Year, and I know the series is probably the most scary episode of the series, and so I actually send out up your spine. So if you get the chance to listen to the episode, guys, so up into the chat and actually hear us get our opinions on it. It's the best episode of this.
Can you all see this?
So you get check that out, and that's my shout out for tonight.
Oh no! You've got a stream before me and you that you haven't shouted out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'll be back in the because I've got a few things I want to get off my chest as well. So yeah, those streams coming up.
Fantastic. Yeah, we seem to be having an issue with posting links tonight, folks. We will try sort that out the next time that we're on. But that's it now until obviously Christmas is coming up now next week. So I'm not going to make, as I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm definitely going to be on whatever day. Which I think will be all right for Christmas, because if I come on and I do a surprise stream, you know, it'll be something for you to look forward to.
Yeah.
But,
I do have a little tiny shout out. Just happy solstice to all my pagan friends. Solstice tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic.
That's it.
There
solstice
you go.
Tomorrow.
So, just in case I don't see you, enjoy us at Christmas. Have a good one. Don't eat too much, but we're all going to eat too much anyway.
We're all going to eat too much.
Why I say that. A waste of time. We all overindulge over the Christmas. But enjoy it. And we will be back. I will do something next week. I just don't know what day yet.
We'll see you when we see you, mate. Let's just say it like that.
You can have a good one. We'll see when we see you.
That's it. So listen, take care until then. All have a wonderful Christmas. And as I said, don't drink too much, don't eat too much. Who am I bloody kidding? Who am I kidding? Just be all back here and be safe for when we come back. And listen.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to the panel.
And you know, if YouTube wasn't such a dick, I would actually end on a Christmas song. I'd actually put on YouTube there and end us on a Christmas song, but unfortunately we can't because YouTube are dicks. So yeah, so Merry Christmas, and we will be back before the New Year. So I won't wish you a Happy New Year because it's a crock. Next year is going to be just as bad. So I'll just say let's make the best of 2021, and that's where I'll leave it. Good night, folks. Right, we leave you with the trailers.
Night all. Have a good one.
We did know who. So we'll give you this. Goodbye.
Why not? Just at the end. Just be kind.